Hi, welcome to SQL. This is Alam. Today we are going to discuss different types of joins in SQL Server. As you can see my screen, we will discuss inner join, left join, right join, full join, self join, cross join, and join different database tables as well. Let's go back to the management studio. So for the demo purpose, I'm going to create two tables. One is a person table, another one is employee table, and then we'll insert records into the person table and insert record to employee table. Let's prepare the tables first. Execute. This two table is being created. If we refresh it, employee and person table is being created. If I run a query, there is no record in employee table, which is fine, and person table there is no record. Alright, let's move on. Insert records into the person table. These are the records I'm going to insert into person table. Let's execute. So 8 records is being inserted, and in the employee table I'm going to insert only few records from the person table. The reason is only few employee can be from the person table. Not all person records can be the employee employee. So idea behind this, the reason is it will be very helpful to explain all the joins in this scenario. Let's run it. We have 4 records inserted. So in the person table we have 8 records, and the employee table we have 4 records. Just keep in mind, person table we have 8 records, employee table we have 4 records. Alright, close this two window. Going back to the slide, inner join. Inner join return records that have a matching values in both tables. So if there is a match from table A and table B, those records will be shown in the result sheet. Let's go back to the SQL Server Management Studio. If you can see here, I have joined person and employee table with the person ID. So employee table person ID and person table person ID. So if we run this script, we can see only 4 records is being displayed, and that was the expected because we want only the matching records from both tables, and we have a 4 record matching. Let's move on. Left outer join. Return all records from the left table and match record from the right table. All records from left table and match record from the right table. If there is no match, then those field will be null. Going back to the management studio, I have a left join person to employee, and the person is the left table and the employee is the right table. So all the records from the person table should be displayed, and matching record from the employee will be displayed. If there is no match, then those records will be null, those field. So in this case, we are expecting all person records, which we know we have 8 records, and matching 4 records. We have 8 records being output result, and 4 records match. Remaining records are null because there is no match. So far so good. Moving on. Right outer join. Return all records from the right table and the match record from the left table. If there is no match, then those records will be null. So in this case, right table, all the records will be displayed, and the left table, only matching records. If no match, then null. Going back to the demo. So all the records from the right table. So in this case, I'm just switched the person table as a right table and employee is a left table. All records from person will be displayed, which will be 8 records. Matching record will be displayed from the employee. And if there is no match, those will be null. Let's run it. If you can see here, we have 8 records being displayed. 4 is match and remaining is not match. Those are null. So far so good. Let's move on. Full outer join. What it does. Full outer join. Return all records when there is a match. If there is a match, return in either left or right table. If there is no match, then it will be null. So return all records from the left or right table. If there is no match, then it will be null. So one more time, return all records when there is a match in either left or right table, and if there is no match, then it will be null. Going back to the Management Studio. In this case, we full out join employee and persons. And if we run this, we'll see all records being returned. So matching records, those are matching, and non-matching are null. Alright, let's move on. The next one is the self join. Self join allows you to join a table to itself. It is useful for querying hierarchical data or comparing rows within the same table. Self join uses inner join or left join clause. Query that uses self join reference the same table. So as the name self join, so it is joining itself using the different alias name. So in this case, it will be the like when we are joining the same table 2 times, alias will be the different. Let's move to the Management Studio. So I have already prepared employee HR table, and you have visualized that we have 8 records: first name, last name, person ID, manager ID. So I would like to see who is the employee and the manager name as well. And as you can see here, employee HR EMP alias and the same table join alias is different and using the MN. So in this case, we are returning employee name and the manager name. So if I run it, here you can see employee name is being displayed and the manager name. So far so good. Let's move on. The last piece. Cross join. Produce a result set which is the number of rows in the first table multiplied by the number of rows in the second table if no where clause is used along with the cross join. So this type of join result is called Cartesian product. So keep in mind, if no where clause, then the result is called Cartesian product. If the where clause exists, it is like an inner join. Moving on, the last piece. As I discussed in the first slide, that I'm going to show you how to join tables from different databases. In many cases, we need to join tables from different databases. In that case, we need to make sure the database name and the table names, if you can see, to dot, or you can see database name dot schema name dot table name. As I'm lazy at this moment, I just put like this. So you can return records from the different database tables as well. If we run this, We can see here the first name, last name, and the salary. We're getting salary from different tables. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy and have a great day.